Well, hey, everybody. We've had people waiting in here since this morning. What's going on, Brandy?
Oh gosh, nothing. Running around. I'm running around like crazy, getting the kids ready for school. They start Tuesday,
Yeah, I know.
and
Well,
I'm so glad.
Brandy and I were losing track of time because we were sitting here chatting. We're like, oh, shit.
Right?
We'll let a few more people get in here and tell everyone hi. Hello, Maddie. By the way, guys, Maddie is the one that makes the thumbnails.
Yeah,
And
she's
awesome
the talented one. She's the talented one.
Yes. She is the editor of the PR firm.
Yes. We plan on all getting matching profile pics soon. Hang tight.
Ooh, what a good idea. I like it. Hey, Red Banyan. Hey, Amethyst. Hey, Tammy. Hi, Kaylee. I saw Just Me was in here earlier. Savage. Hey, girl. Aubrey. Hi. Who dat? I love that name. I don't know why. Leanne said she made a live again. Good, Leanne. Oh, hey, Mary. Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Kane. How's school going with your kids and everything? Hey, Warrior. Hi, Patrice. Hi, Susan. Fern was cracking me up earlier. When I was coming through, I saw a comment. I had to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee just said, oh, no, the Red Banyan has showed up. It's not fun when the boss is here. True. That's true.
We got to mind our P's and Q's.
Well, as everybody's piling in, we just want to thank you for attending our weekly public relations meeting. Has everybody been getting their paychecks direct deposited on Friday? Everything going good with that?
It's been wonderful. You have got that on point. Thank you for that.
Well, I know you're going to Hawaii. I don't know what to do with mine.
Antique stores.
I love antique stores. I'm waiting for the 401k, but now this week in Hoax, we're actually going to elect officers. You know, who will be CEO, CFO. So who could we trust with all the money? That's weird. We'll see how everybody votes. Vice presidents, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. We already know that Maddie's the editor because she's the talented one.
Yeah.
Tammy said she's about to quit her day job. It's been nice, guys. But you know what's going to happen now that we opened with that? There's going to be one particular douche lord that's going to say, I told you.
Oh, yes, definitely.
They're all admitting it.
That's going to ricochet into all of the groups with all of them saying that we are basically our own little PR army.
That's okay. Well, anyway, we're still going to elect officers and, you know, do this the right thing. Olivia says she's unemployed. Where's my check? When we set up officers, we'll make sure to get you on the payroll, Olivia, because you do a great job. Can't do it without you guys. Everyone, round of applause. Can't do it without you. Yes, we're going to put it to a vote. We're going to do it in Discord and in Hoax. But speaking of money, it's been roughly a year since old Mikey released that video, or Courtney.
Yep.
The viral video, but the circus of deceit and lies continues because we have
like a little anniversary.
Do what, babe?
Is this like our little anniversary party?
Well, this is, you know, it's our weekly PR meeting, and yeah, kind of an anniversary party.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Cheers, y'all. We made it through the year.
Absolutely. Too bad we don't have a bottle of scotch.
Oh, God, right? That means we'd have to turn our camera on and set it right beside us so everybody knew that we were going to get sloppy.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the circus continues. That GoFundMe, guys. Oh, it was whiskey? I couldn't really tell the difference. I can only see a little bit of these things.
Yes, just me. We have to have a vending machine. I have to have snacks.
But you guys have to use your own goddamn quarters for that. You know, we can't do everything. The company perks have to stop somewhere. Everyone's already getting paid on Fridays. All right, so Michael, again, has a GoFundMe. But this time it's organized by his mama. It's suspect AF to me that the fundraising is never in his name. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. He can't do anything in his name. That's because he wants to be able to pass it off as, I didn't do that. I didn't know about that. Those are his lines every time.
Oh, fuck, he don't know a fucking thing, does he?
No, right over the head. It's a brand new day for him every day.
Well, I mean, if he's not afraid of fraud charges, why not attach his own name to it? He's the one on the run. He's the one protecting his daughter, he says. And why does he need his mom to organize it? The money's going to him. What's there to organize?
That's a very good point.
Yeah, it says organized by his mom. What is there to organize? Put this bitch up real quick.
And can we see how much money he's already been?
Here we go. $510, guys. That's not very much Whataburger for Michael.
You know what? I'm actually happy that it is a little bit different this year as opposed to last year. A lot of people have opened their eyes and they're not as willing to part with their hard-earned money.
Thank God.
I mean, I think it's hard-earned. Hell, I don't know how they get it, but but at least they're not willing to part with it.
Exactly. I think Michael wrote this whole thing out and then just had Jeannie slapping in there. I don't think these are her thoughts at all. He could have set it up and just put her name in there. We don't know.
Right. Oh, that's true.
I think he picked the amount. I think he picked his mom. But I mean, $500. That's not gonna last him a week.
No, not at all.
You know, I mean, good job. You had all of these followers, people throwing money at you, and where are you now? You got $500 and 1 million people reporting your shit.
Yep, and hiding out in a hole somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
God, what a way to live.
Yeah.
And not only that, but what a way to make your daughter live. Like, congratulations, you idiot.
Yeah, Savage just said copy and paste it in 75K. Yeah, last time it was 25K, but they got up to 200,000. Yeah, like I said, it's not even going to last him a week. And no attorney is going to take this case because he's ruined it. He's ruined it.
And not only that, God forbid, if they don't agree with everything he says, all of a sudden they're in on the corruption that fast.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. The whole state of Texas. The whole state of Texas wants Sophie abused.
They really do.
According to
they
him,
want this
not
to be
us.
true.
They have been sitting on a SANE exam because they want something. They want this to continue. Bullshit. Come on. But I mean, he's ruined his case, and now he's trying to get this whole new following.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not working because look at the money he's raising. Look at the interest in the case on his side. Ours has stayed the same. Actually, ours has grown. We're just not accepting new, tenants in the apartment.
Right.
But I mean, the jig is up.
I was going to say we're overfull, but then I was like, no, we're overstaffed right now. Okay.
We've got a lot going on with this PR firm. Why are his new buddies not promoting the GoFundMe? Because they damn sure did before.
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on that? Because I do, and I'm trying to be a good girl today.
Oh, no, be bad. I'll go right along with it. I honestly don't. I think that they don't believe in it enough to push it anymore.
Yeah, but there's one in particular that I think would be trying to get people to donate. And for some reason, that person isn't. And
So something has to have changed.
I don't know. I don't know why anybody would have a change of heart like that, to be quite honest, unless they truly do not believe this, because they were taught it last year and they're doing all of this for a different reason. But you know, that's pissing Michael off, because he's been on 3 lives and not a one of them are pushing his bullshit.
Right. And it could be that they just don't believe in pushing GoFundMe. Some people don't.
Well, 2 of the channels, actually all 3 of them I know do, because they've pushed other people's.
Oh,
So,
well, that is
what's
an
the
interesting
difference?
twist then.
Yeah.
Then, okay, then I'm going to say that they just wanted the attention on their channel or on them. So it's not so much as believing in Mikey and wanting to push his GoFundMe. They know by using that name that they'll get the views and they'll get the attention.
Yeah. Hate Me says they pushed the GoFraudMes. Yeah, they did. They did. Now, not the other 2 channels, but Captain Morgan himself did.
Captain Morgan. Oh, God.
Well, Kaylee, it makes me happy too, because I mean, enough's enough. You know, and I don't get it. You know, and I want to know why this is the public's problem. I didn't understand it last year, and I don't understand it this year. Roughly, how much have you spent, Brandy, this year getting your kids ready for school?
Oh my God. So far, we went over 3,000 right now.
Yeah. That's about normal. I mean,
Yeah.
backpacks, school supplies, getting
Clothes,
ready for
shoes.
clothes, school lunches, sports equipment.
Got to get the hair fixed. You know, like my daughter wanted layers in her hair and everything, so I took her to a place that's really good at it.
You know, and so you've got them pandering to the public again about his BS his lie, when people are getting their kids ready for school, which is where Sophie should be.
Right. So I say that's what he needs to be focusing on, which of course he's going to say that she is in school and she's making straight A's, but I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Not for a minute.
And is he sending money to, thanks, Janine.
Thank you, Janine.
Is he sending money to, you can expense that on your next paycheck.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to send any money to Kelly for the boys? School clothes, backpacks, school supplies?
Of
No, I don't even
not.
ask. What do you think?
No, absolutely not. He won't call him either to see, won't FaceTime him, won't do anything, won't send a dime. He never has.
Right. So what do you guys think about Kelly being drugged so hard about the deposition, postpartum depression, grief over her father, how she handled the deposition? Because frankly, I think it's sick.
I think it's absolutely disgusting to drag you know how I feel about that. To drag anybody's mental health for your own pleasure is absolutely trash, disgusting to me.
It is. And the way she handled that deposition, she has a lawyer that tells you how to answer things.
Yep.
Don't go in there and spill your damn guts. Don't just talk like he does.
Right? Yeah.
Kaylee says, I feel so bad for Kelly when, I got to put that up real quick so I can see it. Kaylee says, I feel so bad for Kelly when he was laughing. The PPD shouldn't have been brought up. No,
it shouldn't have.
And where are we as people that we're talking about Kelly's postpartum depression and Sophie's very intrusive medical files?
These people are insane because I really think they find pleasure in doing those things.
Mhm. You're right. I mean, it's sick.
Yeah.
How is that enjoyment for the women that are listening going, oh, yeah, F her. She had postpartum depression. She's not a good mom.
Right?
What, as a woman, how do you even hear that? I got to read this comment real quick. Andrea said, if she was a horrible mother, she would have said a long time ago, screw this. Screw this. If you want to stay with your dad. So that's what I've been saying. She would have given up a long time.
Right.
Because this is a lot. This is a lot. And we talked about it last week, Brandy. I really hope that Sophie someday realizes that her mother never gave up.
Right. Yeah. I hope so too, because she is fighting one hell of a battle.
Yeah.
That and it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, because I don't even believe this will end when these children turn 18. I really don't.
No. No, I don't either. And we all know women like that just be like, yeah, she wants to stay with her dad. And they'd be done with it.
Yep. Oh, God, yeah.
Believe it or not. And I really hope someday, Andrea, her mom is literally walking through hell. She is. Can you imagine? I mean, someone is online on YouTube talking about your postpartum depression.
Sinking to new lows every single day. And after this, it'll be something much worse than that. Because God forbid, they got to top themselves.
Well, and I don't think he's going to get his jury trial with Kelly. I don't think he's going to get very much money on the GoFundMe. I think GoFundMe, when they realize that there's a warrant out for his arrest, it's not an arrest warrant, so I shouldn't say that.
Right.
That he needs money to stay on the run. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I agree with what Fern just said. It's upsetting that he's been determined a danger to the child and nothing is being done to bring him in.
Yeah, let's talk about law enforcement.
Right. Yeah.
Why is there not an arrest warrant? Why is it just it's just a bullshit warrant, really?
Right. If they see him, they'll pick him up. Otherwise, they're sitting in their office drinking coffee, not stressing about it.
Yeah, they would have to pull him over. I mean, if they see him at 7-Eleven, they can't say, hey, can I see your license? It's basically going to be like a Trevor Gernon, when he got found in Houston, he got pulled over.
Right.
Haley says, he's definitely not getting a jury. The GoFundMe will be shut down. The GoFundMe shouldn't be up, period. That's why I'm really wondering if his mother did it. I can't imagine her having the nerve with everything going on.
I've never set up a GoFundMe myself, so I don't know how they work. When it goes to set one up, like can you just use anybody's name to set it up, or do you have to prove who you are setting it up?
I don't know. Does anybody know how you do it? Aubrey said, he is being allowed to destroy SL Moore. Imagine the BS about this vacation. You and I were talking about that the other day, Brandy. At this point, what could this little girl think is going on?
I can only imagine what he's telling her. And I'm sure he's built up some big grand little fairy tale where there are these characters and he's protecting her. And, they have to be on the run from all these bad people that are I can only imagine the shit he has force-fed this little girl. And she's probably paranoid. Like, God forbid that he is picked up and she's around. She is going to lose her shit because of the things that he's embedded into her brain.
Yeah, like she really thinks he's protecting her.
Yes.
That's what makes me even more sick.
Yep.
Someone said, Miss Doodle Detective says, if it's kidnapping and he crossed state lines, why is the FBI not being more aggressive? I'd love to know too.
Right? Yeah, that's the number one question right there.
I would love to know. I saw that. I saw that somebody actually posted that in the group, Kaylee, that another YouTuber did confirm he's at his brother's. Well, okay. I mean, so go visit Bubby.
And not only that, we know the things that Michael likes to do in his spare time, which is go look at rocks, look at sand. They could easily just set up little checkpoints all around if they wanted to and find him. I really believe they could.
You know, and I honestly do not believe that Sophie has the kind of supervision where she's monitored online. I believe he lets her look at these things, whether it's groups, not our group, but YouTube videos, things like that. So that further embeds this in her brain that she has to be protected.
Yeah. We're the bad guys. He's the good guy. Yeah. He's like I said, he's got his own little narrative story. And to him, we're all just characters in it.
No, you're exactly right. And everyone's out to get him. That I will never understand. Yeah, Savage is right. Look what she told the nurse about her fans.
Yes, exactly. That's a perfect point right there.
Sugar says no. She has full access to the internet. She knows what people are saying. Not to mention, he has repeatedly talked about all of this in front of her. I believe he talks to her like she's on his level, which I guess they kind of are.
Well, but I do believe that because that goes back to what he said in the beginning when he was telling Sophie that she's her own person and she can make the decisions on what she wants to do. So yeah, I bet it's not a parent-child relationship. It's more of a, we're in this together. We're, friends, however he wants to spin it. But he is not in any way, shape, or form trying to be a father figure to her.
No. No, I mean, the whole thing is sick.
Yeah. Thank you, Patrice.
Oh, thank you, Patrice. Courtney said she found out Sophie has social media accounts she wasn't aware of. See, that's the thing. I totally believe that.
See, I do too. And that just really honestly makes me so uncomfortable. Are they under her name? Or are they like sock accounts?
I mean, that's what I would like to know too, because the internet's a dangerous place, period. But for a child, especially a child that's being discussed,
yeah,
that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
And Tits Up said, God, how awful if Sophie is able to pull all this shit up about her. I bet she has. I hate saying that, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit that he might even be helping her pull it up.
Oh, I think it's a daily conversation.
Yeah.
This is why we're out here. Look what they're saying. Look what's going on. I really, really do. And the sad fact of the matter is, Michael knows that Kelly would not hurt Sophie and certainly wouldn't let anything like this go on.
Right.
For one, he was married to the woman.
Exactly. And like it was pointed out on the Bring Sophie homepage the other day, she's not even with Jake anymore. They co-parent their child, which is what, that Kelly and Mike could be doing if he hadn't swan dived off into the deep end of fucking insanity, but she's no longer with Jake. She's done what she's supposed to do, what they wanted her to do at the cost of her having control over her own life. She's doing what she has to do to get her daughter, and he's still not complying.
Because he gets up every day realizing that Kelly hasn't dropped it, going, this bitch.
Oh God, yeah.
And you know that he is looking at that GoFundMe like a crackhead looking for a spoon every day.
Yep.
Why hasn't it gone up? Why hasn't it gone up? Why hasn't it gone up?
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped back on a live to start pushing it.
I'm really surprised he hasn't been back on either.
Thank you, Red Banyan. Red Banyan's contributing to our PR firm, everybody.
Guys, I'll tell you what. Oh, hang on. Savage is right here, but it was like underneath you, so I couldn't see. Hang on. Hey, Savage, I apologize.
Hey, you're fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep. So what do you think about, first of all, congratulations on being part of the firm.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm going to be applying for an executive position because, like somebody else said, I have a lot of seniority. I've been around since early September.
That's true. You have.
Yeah. We don't discriminate in this company, though. All right. So, it's just going to have to be off credentials, Savage. I think you'll be fine. I know some people.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I've got great references as well.
All right. I don't think we'll need a resume. We're kind of lazy, if you've noticed. We don't even moderate properly.
Right.
I'm doing my best. This is the first time I've ever moderated. So.
Oh, I don't mean you. I mean me.
And also, we're pretty lax too, as long as people behave and are respectful to each other,
Yes.
And even then, sometimes we'll text each other like, look at this shit.
Right.
Sorry, it is what it is. But if his sons are living with Kelly, they're obviously in good hands.
Yeah. And they always have been. Look at how well they were doing with Kelly. In a beautiful home, straight A's, perfect attendance, in all of these activities. They absolutely loved Jake. Jake was their father figure. And here, Mike resents those boys. I really think that.
I agree.
But cruel to them the entire time that he had them. And then, Kelly gets them back. They've already regressed in school. Sophie's missed a year of school. Just imagine how much she has regressed.
Right.
And for the millionth time, we're at a year since the video came out.
Right.
No charges, no arrests.
Nope.
And not to be grim, but I have to bring up the case again in Florida where the little girl told her grandmother that she was SA'd by her stepfather in May.
Mm-hmm.
She told her in November. The grandmother called the police without hesitation.
And
they talked to the little girl, talked to the grandmother. She had a recording. She said she also talked to my other daughter. Everybody, if they all had to spread, just, make sure no one's telling someone what to say. When they got done with her, sadly, her examinations, it didn't take, how long was it, Brandy, before they had arrested Argelio and Morgan? It was hours.
Yeah, it was within hours. They were arrested and charged.
Yeah, and they're still sitting there.
Yep.
Still sitting there. So, come on.
Yeah. And I don't mean this to come across the way it is. Sophie is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, beautiful little girl in the state of Texas. And you're telling me that they're just going to let this go? They're going to cover this up for all these men?
Right.
No.
Yeah, never going to happen.
Never. Anytime the police get a pedophile, they're so proud of it,
Yeah, and with the coverage, the national coverage that this has had for a year, with Mike putting it out in everybody's face, if anything, they would want to make that arrest if it was true.
Exactly. They don't want to look bad. So if it
Right.
was true, I mean, they'd be on it like white on rice.
Yep.
And I just don't understand how people can be, so ignorant. I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Yes, they are.
Between
You
the
know,
police, the judges, CPS, child psychologists, I mean, the list goes on and on. Doctors,
yep,
nurses,
yep.
everyone is sitting there twisting their beards,
Mhm.
saying,
Yep.
no, no, we're just
Right.
going to let this continue.
And it's so frustrating after the whole deal with the nurses come out when the SAM exam was done, and you find out what all Sophie was talking about to the nurse.
Yep.
There's no way that she went through what was claimed and could sit there and do that. She was basically, saying, well, this is what I'm being rewarded for. And asking, if I do this, does that mean I get my 500 presents?
Yeah, but I think it's a lot deeper than that, and I think that's the reason he doesn't really care about the other two boys, and that's the reason they're with Kelly. He couldn't
Oh,
manipulate them. He tried his
mhm.
darndest because he had
That's
that
why.
justice for Jack, and he tried, but
Mhm.
he couldn't continue. He couldn't further it. He couldn't make more money. He knows he can make money with Sophie. Well, I
Yep.
don't think he knows it today with these $510 in a heavily contested GoFundMe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
like that was thrown out supposedly by his mother about Kaylee, I still think that's him.
Mhm. Oh,
I don't,
100%.
and I
100.
don't know if you guys saw this screenshot. Hang on. Window open. This better be the right one. I screw this stuff up all the time. So, one of the ladies that has believed Mikey the whole time, please donate if you're able to. Let's help Michael keep Sophie safe. Another lady, actually not a bad idea. Can everyone pitch in $5? I know this isn't Sophie's army, but I'll still fight like hell for that little girl. And if $5 can get that legal help they need, then to heck with my morning coffee. Donate $5 to the GoFundMe or PayPal. Tim, who has figured it out, said 16,292 members. He always hated the name Sophie's Army. I'm
Uh-huh.
surprised at the total. If they all gave the minimum $5, they would have overshot the goal. Strange. No, it's not strange, Tim. It's not. And
Right.
Tim knows what's up. Tim knows what's up. He
Yeah.
knows that everyone is collectively calling bullshit.
Yep. Yep.
It's been a year. No one's in jail. His sons are with Kelly. He has
Right.
a warrant out for his arrest. He's in Arizona.
Mhm.
Why not let the court system do their thing?
I don't know. I I don't know. And it's so frustrating. Let me tell you, I'm aggravated as
Kaylee,
hell
you didn't
at the
have to
court.
do that. Kaylee put in five. Kaylee. Kaylee
Oh.
threw money into the PR firm and said, corruption, ladies.
We're all in on it.
I can't take it.
Corruption.
Can't do it.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. She should have never been taken away in the first place after the SANE exam was done. And,
Right.
you know, oh, especially when they had the CCTV footage. They were under police guard. That should have been enough to say, no, we're not doing this. She's not going anywhere. She's staying with her mom.
Yeah.
she should have never been taken. And I'm sorry, but if you're a judge and you're a family court judge, you know that there are going to be parents that are going to be pissed off that they lost custody, and they're going to make threats. I understand there is a heck of a lot more threats because of, Michael's media campaign and circus. But for her to run off and everybody else to run off this case, everybody should have stood their ground and said, no, this is all a lie. We're shutting this down right now. He's lost all parental rights. He is not allowed to speak about the children, post about the children, or he will be arrested.
He's been warned over and over, and there is a warrant out. The problem is he is in another state. It's not an arrest warrant. It's not a bench warrant.
It's a civil warrant.
But the longer that they wait and they wait and they wait, it'll turn into something else. The state of Texas has failed, but not protecting Sophie from SA. It's protecting her from Michael.
Yes.
Because, the corrupt Judge Wheelis, is the one last year when they had the hearing, said it was important for the kids to see Michael. Now, remind you, this woman also had to leave Texas and go to Louisiana because she was basically being threatened. She had to get the hell out of town. They had to get a new judge and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just wouldn't give them back.
Yeah. I understand that.
It's very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. And imagine what Kelly's going through. She can't be with Jake. And we all saw the reasoning that was typed out.
Yep.
Because what's been put in Sophie's head would make her too uncomfortable. So this woman can't even be with, her baby's father.
Right.
Think about this poor little boy. He's lost his family. He's lost having a mother and father in the home. His dad is gone.
Yeah, and that's very sad. Why can't his dad be there every day?
Right.
And this is always going to be something that it hangs over their heads, no matter the outcome. This is always going to be there now.
Yes. And, no matter how much therapy, there's going to be resentment. Even though this is all Michael's doing and he is the one that has brainwashed her, there's always going to be resentment from the brothers.
Yep.
I believe.
Well, and hopefully as a family, they can all work through that with therapy. It's only a natural feeling.
I do too. I really do. I really, truly do. But it's going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to be a long, long road.
Oh, yes. And that's what
Sophie has to be deprogrammed. She has to be deprogrammed.
Yep.
Betsy, he's in Arizona. Andrea says, I think Ellie is intentionally trying to stay as far away from this as possible. He's just hoping the other county will deal with it. Look at what happened to that one officer who tried to protect her. Well, yeah.
See, I think that's why Michael fights so hard against giving her back also is because of her being in therapy.
Yep.
Because if she gets in therapy, it will eventually start working. She will eventually start relearning the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And that, that leaves him with no one then.
Yep.
And let's talk about therapy. If your daughter has been assaulted by all of these men, okay? 7, right? 7 men?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you not go through hell and high water to make sure she was getting the proper counseling, proper therapy?
Absolutely. And that's what I was saying the last time. Like, regardless of what any one of us believe, if you believe it's SA, if you believe it's PA, she still needs to be in therapy. period. And he is fighting that every inch of the way. That's why you just can't believe him. You cannot believe he wants what's best for that little girl.
No, he couldn't possibly.
No.
Because therapy would be the number one thing. Yep. How is she getting to the doctor? How is she getting to the dentist? He doesn't provide medical insurance.
Well, I read in chat that how is she getting her medicine? Is she prescribed a medicine that needs to be taken daily? How is she getting that?
I highly doubt she is.
No, she's not. I know.
Yeah, see, he's just a piece of shit, and I don't see how anybody can take his side.
Janet said she needs serious deprogramming and peer relationships. Not daddy is her only damn friend that is sick. She's been totally isolated now, which is what abusers do, whether it's an abusive wife to a husband, abusive husband to wife, abusive parents. You're isolated.
Yep.
You know, she had her mom, Jake, grandma, brothers, school friends. She had all of this. And now she's got Michael and a $500 GoFundMe. That's it.
Absolute tragedy, I swear.
Amethyst says, I wonder what her friends think / know about where she is. Girls that age need their friends. Well, and also girls that age are very catty. Hell, women my age are catty.
Right? Yeah.
So there's a lot of, girls talking right now. Kaylee, do you want to grab the link? I want to ask you something. Oh, I think he's got money stashed too.
Yeah.
He's getting muted out, Savage. I don't know what's going on.
Do you want me to hop down and jump back in the chat?
Whatever you want to do, you're fine.
Okay, I'm going to hop down and jump back in the chat.
Okay, hun.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Angel said, my 70-something mama is catty sometimes. Janine, my coffee money is going to someone who's supporting their kids today. Well, that's what I'm saying. Look at all the GoFundMes out there. My God. Yep. Little kids who their parents have insurance, but it caps out because of their cancer treatments. You can't put $5 in there, but you want to help a man with a warrant out for his arrest. And he knows that when she goes to her aunt's house, not a damn thing bad is going to happen to her.
No. Even Courtney herself said that she trusted the aunt. That was said in the beginning when all that started, when we first found out that she was to go there. Courtney came out and said that.
Yeah. Amethyst says, I also wonder how it will affect her relationships if she ever dates. She's going to want to date because eventually she's going to get resentful towards him. She's going to want friends. She's going to want a boyfriend. She's going to want to do things with people except him.
Right.
And that's when the train's going to come off the tracks. Because she's becoming a teenager. And that's what's going to blow his mind because he isn't going to be able to control that. Kaylee, thank you, honey. She's diagnosed with things, but Michael doesn't believe those diagnoses. Kaylee, I put the link up again. I don't understand why there hasn't been a welfare check done. I'm not doubting Kelly and what she's doing at all. But I'm just really surprised that no one has been shown up. And I don't know who in the hell called the police out to the compound last weekend, but that was ridiculous. You don't want to get yourself in trouble by making 911 calls.
Right.
You actually have seen something. Because you think that someone might be somewhere because you saw a comment on Facebook is nuts. have a feeling that person's not getting a job at the firm. Yeah, that was insane. So what do you think, Brandy, is going to happen with this GoFundMe? Do you think it's going to continue? Because GoFundMe's get nasty.
I honestly think it'll probably end up getting shut down. That's what I'm hoping for anyways.
I hope so too. Hey, Kaylee.
Hey.
Did you see our background is lovely Arizona?
Yeah, I did. I like the video at the beginning that you do on the channel. Do you know the video before the live starts? I love it.
Oh yes, Brooks did that.
Yeah, I really like that.
Well, I'm trying to get a job at the PR firm.
Yeah. You're putting in overtime.
You're going to be our international relations manager, Kaylee.
Oh, see, so fitting. But you have to be wary because there is, honestly, I swear down, there are several people in there that do believe this, like really, really, really believe it. They are Michael's biggest supporters at the minute, and they're the only ones like really donating. I had a conversation with one of them. Yeah, I had a conversation with one of them, and it's actually really sad because she is a victim of SA. She made one outcry, and it was never taken seriously when she was a child. So his audience that he's targeting is generally victims of SA that have underlying mental health conditions as well. And he's taken these people's benefits, like the woman I'm talking about, she lives in the UK. He's literally taken their benefit money, their own mental health income, and he's like targeting specific people. He's a scammer.
Thank you, Savage. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's taken this money from people who are barely scraping by as it is, and he has no care about it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it with a smile.
Oh, Savage, thank you. Yeah, he is. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And then there's another someone, and I'm going to say this to everyone right now. The fact that Kaylee was called a retard on a channel is
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was taken back. I was gobsmacked. That actually really shocked me, and I didn't even really want to address it on mine because I was so shocked that he actually went into explaining what it was, why it shouldn't be used, and then called me it.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. See, I did not. Oh my God.
Yeah, because you and I were talking back and forth, Brandy, and I was like, you won't believe this, and you had something going on, and I'm like, I gotta save this for tomorrow. Brandy and my chats go on and on. They're like the Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah. and sometimes we'll be having a conversation while we're getting ready for the live, also in Messenger while texting. three different conversations.
And then it's like, oh my God, what are we talking about today? But no, I cannot believe that these women are showing up to hear Kaylee being called a retard and someone dragging Kelly for grief counseling for her father.
That shocked me the most. That shocked the shit out of me. I'm still getting angry about it now because when he went and read it out, that she went to grief counseling, and he was like, well, why would she need to follow through when she leaves? So, like, he's so fucking dumb. I can't even.
He was drinking. Captain Morgan was in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this. If someone admits to having a problem with a certain substance and admits that they don't have a job, don't send them money. It's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely dangerous. And it's sad. That actually made me sad. Sad for you, Kaylee, being called those names. You know, the limey with the T thing is one thing. But to call
I'm trying to get it changed to slimy.
Yeah. But I mean, that's I don't I mean, Brandy, you're the expert in this situation, but I mean,
I'm so fucking pissed right now that's okay to say to somebody on a live, and people actually just went along with it and nobody spoke up for that.
Yeah.
One lady did. She said, "You're using it as an insult," and he owned it.
Yeah, he did, and he even explained that he understood it, but
So
he just felt.
well, now we know how he feels about mentally challenged individuals as well as women with postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
He's an all around shit human being.
No, do you know what? And do you know, karma worked in a mysterious way because the hospital got involved and had his video removed. Also, somebody else got involved and they've had his other video removed. The police department, they had his video removed, and he wants to be very careful how he's treading and other people by claiming corruption and all this other stuff and speaking sideways out their mouth when they don't even know what they're talking about, and labeling an entire police force and sharing people connected to the Sophie case and saying they're involved. They have absolutely no involvement in that live that he did. So
No.
he's going to keep having these things submitted by YouTube, and they're getting wiped off. Like, they're being removed instantly.
Andrea said, "Thank God. I was wondering about the hospital. They would not be okay with this, and they have good lawyers." KNS just said, he said that he'll just make more videos. Oh, okay. Well, if that's how you want to roll, it's gross.
I actually watched that today. What he said, yeah, he said he's just going to keep putting it back up, talking over it a little bit more and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. He is not allowed to use that on his live stream.
Oh my gosh.
He's not even using the whole thing. It's over hours long, and he's taken a tiny couple of minutes snippet before she even done the examination. And then Michael, do you know Michael threatened one of the people who did see Sophie? He sat in their parking lot all day long, threatening him, saying he was going to do stuff, saying he was going to expose him, all because this woman did a STD test on Sophie and examined her and some other stuff. And with the claims that they were claiming, he wasn't happy when it came back as a diagnosis of vaginitis.
Mm-hmm.
He was furious that all the tests came back negative, and he sat in that woman's parking lot all day and threatened her. He had to be removed.
Oh yeah, there was another doctor. Not this summer, the summer before, and it was in the hearing. I think it was a September 3rd hearing. Don't write that down. Where a doctor had said that they were being threatened. Who wants their child to be abused?
Right.
Who wants that label on their child? Who wants their child in danger?
Do you know what? You should really do a live about parental alienation. And that would be amazing, because there's so many people obviously over that side that clearly don't understand it. I myself didn't. And I ended up having to be sent links and stuff like that and read up and go and watch videos. And I'd never really seen parental alienation before. And I'm not saying anything to the people in other people's chats, but clearly they don't understand.
Well, we invited somebody from the Parental Alienation Awareness Network who said that they would come on this live, but we have to get it together because I want someone who is a true expert to come up.
Right.
That would be amazing.
Because I really think there's a lot there. That was the first post in Hoax, was about parental alienation. The very first one. It wasn't even about making fun of Michael, the bandana, nothing. So that's what we really want to get someone in here that studies it, knows about it, whether it's, whether they have the MD or not. Because there's a lot of people that advocate for parents that have been alienated. So hopefully we get that together by next week, because I sent Brandy all the screenshots.
Yeah, I would love that, because that's one thing I do need to find more time. I want to read up more about it and stuff like that. I want to learn more. And then I think it was you specifically, Brooks, that kept making posts, and you were sharing it from a group that was parental alienation.
Yes,
And then
that was
Brandy had
her.
made what? Yeah, and then Brandy was shared one of them and was commenting on your post, and that's where I first went to. Okay, I never even knew anything about parental alienation, only like the main common sense part of it. And then obviously when I went over to that specific group, I learned so much more in there.
They know their stuff. There's 2 or 3 of those groups that I follow, and what Michael has done is textbook alienating her from Kelly. Whatever his reasoning, I don't believe that he's madly in love with her like some people claim. I don't. That's just my opinion. Not saying anyone's wrong.
I don't believe that either.
I mean, I really think this is a get even tactic and money making tactic. And again,
And control.
Yeah, I do have a different opinion. I think so. I went recently and had a look again back through stuff, and I noticed that he also did this with his first wife. Okay, I won't say her name because she don't want to be involved. And a lot of people have actually reached out to her, and she's a really nice woman.
yeah, she dodged a bullet.
Yeah, she really dodged massively, and he became obsessive with her the same way kind of with Kelly, but he told lies about her as well. And they had a bit of an argument, and Michael obviously tried to remove her comments off the post, and then her friend wrote on the, and this is when he used to do that stupid thing, writing all those big massive on his blog. So there was like quite a few comments going through that, and then they had a falling out on social media, and they went through a whole court case. Then when Kelly, it's like his behavior, because he keeps getting away with it over the years, he becomes obsessive and like has to do this smear campaign. But obviously because Kelly and him had children, it's not like the first wife where she can just go away and just ignore him. Michael is in her life forever, and it's escalated and escalated and escalated. I don't believe he loves Kelly. I believe he absolutely purely hates her. I believe he wants to hurt her. He hates her.
Yes.
So much hate for her. So much hate for her. Well, I mean, she did the unthinkable. She held him accountable. She told him to get his ass up and go to work.
Yeah.
We don't have time
to
write the Bible today, asshole. We got bills to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
This is why. That's honestly so true, though, because I noticed when it really started really badly escalating was when Kelly was like, do you know, just had it, and she made Michael be held accountable in court, and the judge ordered him to have to support the kids financially, even though she knew she probably never going to get it. She did that in court, and since Michael went on a rampage, and then things calmed down again, and Kelly moved, and everything settled down a bit, and then he just escalated again. He has like episodes of manic behavior. Oh, and his diagnosis is, for anybody who did want to know, I did get sent his diagnosis, and I'm probably going to absolutely say it wrong, is hypermonia. Shit. 2 seconds, guys. Let me go back in my message. He had went and got seen and evaluated, and that person specifically said to him, I would make a diagnosis of hyper. Oh, hold on, I'm going through my messages now. Hypermania, that's it. So they wanted him to follow up and get treatment and all this other stuff. Michael didn't accept the diagnosis. The courts are made aware of this diagnosis. Everybody involved is made aware of it. When you ask Michael if he's got it, if he's been diagnosed for it, if he did any follow-up treatment for it, he will flat out tell you he doesn't have it. That's their way of trying to make him sound crazy. He doesn't have it. He doesn't suffer with any mental health problems. He also has another 2 diagnoses. And one's to do with like personality and highs and lows. Like a manic behavior that can literally episodes of behavior that can last months. And I did speak wrong the other day when I said it could be schizophrenia. It's not schizophrenia what he has.
That actually makes sense though for him. I can see him. I can see that.
Yeah, he's got 3 diagnoses for quite what I would class as severe mental illnesses. Like, I would look at him and be like, yeah, that's severe mental illnesses. And multiple diagnoses like that, they've got to all... he's got to be struggling really bad mentally to, like, keep a lid on it, because it's bad enough having one.
Right, yes.
With no treatment either.
Well, think about it. He has put this in his mind and his daughter's mind that these innocent people have been SAing her, assaulting her. That is definitely, we're not talking one. Like a parent gets mad at the other one and says, well, I think your boyfriend might be doing something. No, this has been going on a long time. He really needs some help. And that's some serious stuff. Mm-hmm. He really does. And that might be the reason they're not picking him up. I don't know.
No, that I can explain now, because I was really, like, I was like, well, why ain't we got a criminal warrant? Why aren't they looking for him? I was like, hold on a minute. Like, things like just ain't, like, I want to know more questions. I didn't say it isn't working out of things like I'm having red flags. I was like, what on earth is going on? Because if they wanted to find Michael, they absolutely could. And what I was told was, in that state, there's a process that has to happen. So Sophie will not have any Amber Alert for a little bit more time. She won't have anything that's going to be escalated. Eventually, this is going to be escalated, and it gets taken to the DA, I believe, to make, this is what was said to me, DA to make the decision. It gets escalated and they turn it over criminal, and then they would actively go and look for Michael. Also, they wouldn't even possibly do an Amber Alert, but it's likely that they would if the DA turned his charges criminal. But they can't say about the Amber Alert 100%. But there's a process, and in roughly about, what day are we on now of her being missing? Is it nearly 40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something that's been said. If this gets to like 60 odd or something days, that is absolutely going to be escalated. And I believe once it's escalated and goes criminal and they look for Michael, I think they're going to find him very easily. And I was told that amount of days, and that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Crazy. It is, like, holy shit.
If it was a criminal warrant, a bench warrant, arrest warrant, whatever you want to call them, it'd be different.
Yeah, Michael's is a bench warrant, so if he's picked up, he's got to be brought in front of the judge. And then also, because of the 150 days, he has got to serve time, but he's also, when he gets picked up, that is in the warrant as well, that he has got to go in front of the judge. I don't know what for. No one's said anything.
Yeah, Janine said it's like 45 or 60 days from the order before it can be criminal.
That's it. Yeah, that's the legal loophole that Kelly is in, and that's why. Because I was like, well, why ain't? I was like, hold on a minute. I'm telling people he's got a warrant. It's a civil warrant. I'm like, I wasn't speaking to Kelly. I was just like literally speaking to somebody. I was like, I don't understand. Like, why ain't they putting out a alert? Why ain't they going looking for him? Like, I just don't get it. And then I had to have it explained to me that this process isn't easy. So literally from 45 to 60 day mark, Sophie's situation is going to be changed. It's going to go to somebody who's then going to take it to the DA. And then that DA person is the one who turns this criminal, and it goes obviously in front of a judge and everything like that. And then that's when they actively, like when they're like going and looking for him and they're searching for him, and they're not going to stop until they bring back Sophie. But at this moment, they ain't looking for him.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah.
And shame on that woman from the Daily Mail that met him.
I can't believe it.
Knowing that Sophie is in the missing clearinghouse and did nothing. I cannot believe that woman has a job. I cannot believe that. Hopefully something can be done about that. How irresponsible. Hey, get your interview. Fine. Once it's done, 911. There's a missing child. Why would you not? Other reporters have done it.
Yeah. But don't you think it's weird? Okay, I know, like, I find it really suspicious that the court was waiting for proof. And bear in mind, somebody was in that courtroom taking down notes, okay? Not just Courtney's. Somebody's been going and getting stuff and recording things and everything like that for Michael. So bear in mind that this is what I find suspicious, okay? That Michael, there was nothing. So the situation, they couldn't prove he left state. Michael goes and gives them the proof that he left state by posting a picture, doing an interview in Arizona where they state where the interview is. Everything like that is behind a drop back. They say that they've seen Sophie. So he gives the court proof that he left state. Now, before that, there was no proof. So he's making it very easier for, because now he's crossed state lines and stuff like that. I just find it so weird that he knew that they needed that proof because a family member of his did attend court and did record, illegally as well, recording stuff. So why go and give that proof instantly when they know that they want it?
Oh, exactly.
I just find it really suspicious. I don't know. I just think
it's extremely
Michael's trying to.
Yeah.
And I want to know if he got paid by the Daily Mail.
Oh, the Daily Mail pays, and I know this because.
Oh, they pay everyone's ass. They paid the woman that did the interview for Jason Collier, Monica Sherrard. I mean, Crash Gurnan was murdered under her watch, and she collected money.
Yep. Do you know how the prisoners get paid really easy over here when there's a riot and stuff like that, and they've all got their phones and stuff like that? The Daily Mail they will give the prisoners their money to whatever bank account they want it to go to, usually family members, usually somebody connected in there. And they will give the prisoners money or video that they've took on their own mobile phones of riots. Daily Mail pays every single one. How much, no one knows, but they pay people.
I think
all the time.
Cecily, what was it? She got like $5,000.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And Monica, she cashed in big time because she gave them
That's crazy.
The video of Cash being kidnapped while her ass was sleeping.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's sick. But to sit there with a child is missing, her mama's looking for her, she's got school coming up, she's been alienated, these lies have been put in her head, but you get a couple, pictures in front of a mural, which is basically so telling. It didn't take people in the group too long to figure out where they were.
Right.
Yeah.
And not do anything. Nothing. You got your story. You got your story, bitch.
Yeah. I can't believe that Daily Mail. That really blew my mind.
Well, what really got me was the current picture of Sophie. Because the picture that's out there is not a current picture.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't have recognized Sophie.
No, I wouldn't.
If I walked into the Quick Trip in Phoenix, Arizona, I would recognize Michael, but I wouldn't have recognized Sophie.
Yeah, do you know as well, and I've seen it, I don't want to obviously bring up Sophie's appearance and stuff like that. She's a really beautiful, pretty little girl. Like, she's really smart and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
gorgeous.
Seeing the difference from that picture to before she went there and she was in her mum's care and she was clean, she had lovely clothes on. The dress was far too tight, short. Her hair didn't look like it was well taken care of, like it was when she was with her mum, shiny. I get little girls go through body changes and stuff like that. She looked like she has been eating microwave meals inside, not even seeing daylight, sleeping all day. Like, I don't know. I just don't like the picture. I don't know. I was just really sad to see from what she was to now in the picture.
Yeah, it was very
healthy.
I mean, girls go through awkward stages. We all do.
Yeah.
You know, we gain weight, we lose weight. I mean, all that stuff. I don't think she looks chubby or anything like that.
No. It's her face for me.
I think it's more she looks stressed.
That's how I would put it. Yes.
I do.
You know, and that picture by wherever they're at for the GoFundMe, and that was so posed. Oh, look straight at me, Sophie. She doesn't look at him like that. Come on.
Yeah. I was just so shocked.
She's got to be under stress. She knows, because she's a smart girl. She's not dumb.
Yeah, when I first seen Sophie, and obviously the picture that was also used in one of the marketing videos that Michael did, Sophie was like a really athletic little girl who loved being out in the daylight. She loved swimming, she loved running, she loved being outside. She's not seen daylight in a long time because her face is so pale. It looks like she served a prison sentence inside. She's so pale. She's literally like pale lily white.
Because
no sunlight.
She knows that all she has in her world, in her life, okay? She doesn't understand the court process. She doesn't know. She's a child. Her world is her dad, and she knows she has to have her dad in her mind, in her world, okay? He's put a prison in her mind. She's extremely stressed, and she keeps his hours. So while he is up all night, she's up with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
While he sleeps all day, that's when she gets her rest.
And we've actually got evidence of that because Michael himself said, well, she likes to, that's what time she goes to bed. She stays awake. She texts me, like making out there's nothing wrong with it. I absolutely think there's something wrong if your child is staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning every night. I don't know. I think routine is like really important.
Yeah, she's not working the night shift at the local Kroger stocking groceries. She's a child. She needs to be in bed. Why?
I don't know if you want to block. They see me trolling. Hold on, I'll message you who that is.
I just did.
No, I'm not body shaming her. I just don't believe she is looking healthy. I'm shocked.
I know who that is anyway.
How quick? Yeah. I'm shocked how much she's deteriorated in a year. Her hair's not healthy. It's not lost its shine.
Nobody body shamed her. We were discussing how the toll it has taken on her.
No.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful, beautiful little girl. Very smart. What her father has done to her, the way he has alienated her, she seems stressed. What is she going to do? She's got to be thinking in her head because he gives her access to the internet. I guarantee it.
Yep.
By now, she knows that there's a warrant for his arrest. She's got to be scared to death. What's going to happen to me? Where am I going to go? All of these ideas have been put in her head.
And I will say this, I'll stand by my comment, what I said. Like, the dress, it just was too tight for her. I'll say her new body. I believe that dress was bought, maybe given to them at the Amazon wish list or something like that. I don't think when people are like, oh, I love her dress and stuff like that, I thought the dress was just too tight for Sophie's now body and age. And obviously she's going through changes all the time. I get that. But I don't think Michael had her in like the most beautiful dress that fit her perfectly. I found it to be tight. I don't know. I just didn't think she looked how they were trying to state in that picture. They made out that she looked absolutely amazing, healthy, vibrant, glowing. Like, no, her skin wasn't looking healthy. Her hair wasn't looking healthy. She was pale from head to toe. She was in a tight dress. Like, no, I don't know. I just don't.
No, girls in the South are always tan. Okay? April to November. That's how it is. I don't think Michael is telling her, oh, make sure you put on your sunscreen today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can't
Really?
see him keeping up with that.
Don't want to have to take you to a dermatologist. So come on. No, this is her keeping his schedule. And it's been verified by many people that he is up all night. He doesn't go by societal norms. He's defiant.
Right.
When everyone else is getting up, brushing their teeth, getting their coffee, whatever, to get on with their day, that's not his life. That's not his world. And no one's going to hold him accountable, but it will happen soon.
Mhm. I can't wait for when he goes to jail, but what I'm told is actually okay. So yeah, he's been sentenced to jail, and that's why I want to know what happens if so. They're talking about Mike being institutionalized and basically sectioned, like forced to get help for the mental health issues. So I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know if somebody can go to jail when they've got mental health problems. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's going to have to be paid for by the state of Texas and what they decide he needs, because his $510 isn't going to do it.
That's
No,
for
but
sure.
he's got money. I know he's got money. I know he's got a hell of a lot of money.
He does.
He's went from having nothing.
And I mean, he will go to jail, but I mean, not for the rest of his life.
Right.
So if he's got to serve, also, like I have this question as well. I don't know if you know this, but over here, if you're sentenced to like 150 days, it'll be halved and halved again if you're obviously good behavior. So I was just wondering, how long would Mike actually serve?
That I have zero idea.
Yeah, I don't either, because
Okay.
I don't know how Texas. Each state honestly varies.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was just I did try and find out myself, but no one really knew. I wanted to know like how it works in that state where he's got it's Collin County, I think. So
no, I have no idea. And that's going to be up to the judge. I mean, the judge could give him a break and be like, we're going to do it. They could say, we're going to hold you in jail until we get you into a place that can help you. Or it could be one of those judges that says, all right, you had her for, let's say, 40 days. So you're going to serve 40 days. Or they can give him a bunch of fines for contempt, and you have to pay those before you get out. There's it depends on the judge and what they decide to do.
Right, yeah.
because he does need to be forced to get mental health help. You can't just leave somebody their mental health deteriorate to this level. He's not going to stop. He's going to keep doing this. This is going to go on until he gets the help he needs.
Janine says it's normally 1/3, depending on how the sentence is written. Some can be to the day. He has a bail. He has a bail.
RHO. What's RHO? Janine, what is that?
Yeah, what's the abbreviation?
Oh, I think Shanice, he has like a bail amount that he can bail out on. But with the failure to appear, you usually can't bond out on that. You have to appear in front of the judge for them to drop that.
Yeah, that's what he's got on his. So he's not allowed, if he gets arrested, he is not allowed to bail out. He has to be brought in front of that exact judge, Judge Snipes.
Okay, Savage said 25% of sentence. All right, so 25%.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then hopefully that, the orders that they have, he complies with, meaning he can't have any contact with Sophie for some time because
Well, no, he's completely fucked that up. He's basically ruined himself now. The fact that he did what he did now, there's they're going to carry on doing the reunification program, everything like that. They're just, Michael's done.
He is, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's done. He's not ever seeing them kids again, unless in a couple of years' time, if he sorted himself out really, really bad, then he can go back through the court process to try and get to see the kids. He is absolutely, it's a wrap, it's done. There's a plan in place. Sophie's going to go to her Kelly's sister's house. Reunification is going to start, and therapy and stuff like that. It's done. It's a wrap. He did it to himself.
And he had every chance to do the right thing. Every chance.
The judge gave him so many chances. So many chances.
If it wasn't for the nutcases that follow him and what he did on social media, if it was anybody else, we wouldn't be at this point. I'm telling you.
No,
he'd be too scared.
I mean, that first hearing that I watched, and we zoomed it, we live streamed it in the group last year, and you know, the judge was being so careful, and she still got ran out of the state.
Yeah, that's why I think this Judge Snipes has just absolutely had enough, because even now Michael's claiming stuff against him, naming him in things, going on YouTube lives about him, doxing the court, all the new people again. Like he said to that Judge Snipes at the beginning of all this, he only did it because he had absolutely no choice and he needed to go public. Like now he's just done it to all these people and the trial didn't even happen.
He's not getting a trial, and he'll be in jail before Courtney gets him in court.
Yeah, he filed. Okay, this is why I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's going on Michael's side, because he filed, he paid the money, and then he didn't even attend to see if to do it. He had to physically attend to be able to even ask for a jury trial and stuff like that. And they wonder why things keep getting denied. Michael's not doing what he needs to do.
No, but I mean, he's an internet lawyer.
Yeah.
He even had that lawyer in Minnesota, okay, which, you know, was being very nice to him. But, you know, he even said, when the show's over, I'll talk to you. You know, and he basically said he's advising him. You know, that's it. And I don't believe that lawyer for 1 minute told him, yeah, good news. You know, instead of going to court tomorrow, you just need to stay on the run. Don't show up.
Yeah.
I don't believe for a minute. I don't believe any attorney would tell him, yep, it's a good idea just to stay on the run. Don't do what the judge says. No.
Right. Ignore everything.
Ridiculous behavior. Lake Breeza says, what bothers me is how long Marlena has been on the run and the information, how to ML learn from her while in communication and living there. Yeah, he's got that type of help.
Okay, so when Marlena went on the run with her kids and crossed over several states with her kids, how many days did she run for? Was it 80? And then it obviously all got escalated, and then the police went and literally got the kids, I believe. But I'll have to go and double check it. That's what I think is going to happen with Sophie. But I hope that this all happens before Christmas. Like, I really hope Sophie is found as soon as possible, obviously. And then some type of reunification has happened before Christmas, so at least they can have Christmas as a family.
Absolutely. And her birthday's coming up. I was really hoping that somebody in his family, his brother, his father, his mother, would put some sense in his head so she could at least be around her family for her birthday. Who wants to be on the run, or whatever you want to call it?
Talking about that, I don't know if anybody wants to write a comment to Courtney today and tag her, because Courtney does have the information about the mum, and so does somebody else that I was speaking to. Courtney's not my source, it's the other person. But anyways, Jeannie really annoyed me by even having her name on that GoFundMe, because Jeannie's been going to the court for some time now. And they started in May, I believe. She went to the court behind Michael's back and literally tried to get, she said she would evict him from the property, okay? She would get rid of him from the property, have full custody of Sophie. She doesn't believe Kelly or Michael should have Sophie. Michael doesn't look after her. He doesn't do anything for her. He's really neglectful. He is doing whatever he's doing. Like, he literally does nothing for the kids. And loads of other stuff about his behaviour and stuff like that. So that's what Jeannie went and done and tried to get Sophie all to herself and see if she could have full custody of her. So then what happened was the person she spoke to, who was for the kids, okay, went, submitted everything she gave and all of her state everything into court, and then Kelly's side have subpoenaed her now to testify in the trial. And then what happened, they had a hearing into whether they believe that it's safe for Sophie to remain in Michael's care. And then all the evidence, everybody's statements that have come now, we've got Courtney, Jeannie. The only person that's saying Michael should have Sophie is literally John. So that's the only person. And that's why the court was like, yep, it is best. And then they went by what the professional said, the ad litem's, everybody. Like, his own family don't think he should have Sophie. So I feel like there was something that happened in that household. And I just want to say this about Jeannie and John. The person I speak to, John is very abusive. He's been physically abusive to the kids. He was abusive to his own children. He is abusive to Jeannie. Physical. When that happened and Michael was made aware that his mum did that, there was such a carry on at that home. And then all of a sudden now it's like revenge for Jeannie. Everything's in her name. Everything's put in Jeannie's name. And Jeannie hasn't even replied to the court, nothing. She has not went back and said one word to the court. She's done nothing. All she keeps going and doing now is Michael sending her to record Courtney's hearings and Kelly's.
Because she's been intimidated. I don't believe that she made the GoFundMe. I think Michael did. And just put her name on it because she's not going to see that. Because
that's what I believe as well. He used,
and that's what, look, I mean, whatever was typed out looked like it was a copy paste. You know, and she's
that's
not
what I believe. Even as far as the post that Jeannie is making, I believe this is her payback, because Michael blamed her for one of the reasons why he's lost custody of Sophie, and it happened. That was a factor, but there was other reasons, obviously, why he couldn't keep Sophie any longer, because he's a danger to her, and the psych evaluation, everything like that. But it was actually a lot of Jeannie's speaking to the ad litem, who is for the kids, and giving her information about Michael's stability and what he does and does he care for her and all that other stuff that helped the judge make his final decision. So I don't know, there's something weird that it's only Jeannie posting. John's not really saying nothing.
I think Michael did it because Sophie's birthday is coming up. She knows she's getting ready to have a birthday. She knows how her birthday went last year. And
I wonder what she's going to get this year.
So he needs money. He needs money. Because he didn't do this in May when he didn't comply. He didn't do it when they went on the run. I just want to know why his new friends are not putting up his GoFundMe.
Yeah, do you know what? That's the biggest thing for me. Obviously, all them new friends as well all speak together as well now because they're all in the same place. Right. None of them are touching this GoFundMe, and they've all clearly stated that they won't be posting it, they won't be promoting it. I find it really weird. But people should be asking Courtney if she can elaborate a bit more on the Jeannie thing, because I think if Courtney speaks and she might elaborate more, like you can tag her in a comment and stuff like that. If she elaborates more and explains it a bit better, then maybe Michael's mum might speak and try and clear up because I was just so mad, like the cheek of you to go and say he's not safe, than to do a GoFundMe in your name and say that he needs to run with her, and you're not even there now to see if she is safe. Like, that's why I was so annoyed by the GoFundMe.
It is annoying, and it's the balls of a burglar to pull the same trick again.
The balls of a burglar. Where do you get your saying from? Seriously, I just...
Well, you just kind of have to know the area we're from. You ought to
Right?
Oh my God.
Going back and forth, and you just never, it's just kind of common language, actually.
Yeah. Oh my God, it cracks me up.
But I mean, think about it. You've already done this. You've already done this one time, and you're going straight back to that well. You're going to plow that close to the cotton again when you already got your ass handed to you. That's the reason no one wants to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it shows you as well the fact that they don't stand behind the GoFundMe, okay? And they're telling people they absolutely don't support it, they don't think people should donate and things like that, and then they don't agree with it. What does that say? Michael only went on their panels and did so. When you said what you said earlier on in this live about Michael must be so angry, Michael didn't go on their panel to explain to people. He went on their panel to crowd fund. He went on there to find new victims who were gonna donate, and he was hoping they were gonna do what Annie and Dad Bod and all them did and post the GoFundMe. That's the only reason he took time out of his day to go on them panels.
Yep.
Absolutely, he did. And nobody wants to do it because if anyone did their research, they would see that, you had over $200,000. Now, supposedly, you have no money and nobody that will represent you because you are your own worst enemy, Michael. You're the worst.
A proper Southern lady has a zinger or two, just saying. They are scared, I believe. Because I believe they're scared because they got behind or every GoFundMe that side have ever got behind is went to shit. Now they've got a GoFundMe, and do they really want to promote a GoFundMe that literally states in the GoFundMe it's helped to keep a child that's classed as abducted even longer? Like, I couldn't believe that she was so dumb enough to write that.
Yeah.
She should have literally wrote, okay, don't want to give her ideas or anything, she should have literally wrote, can you all help support me? We're going through a lot as a family and I have bills to pay. And people would have been like, wink, wink, yeah, we get you. Now she's went and said all that. Like, no, you're not getting anything. But Michael has been pushing that PayPal a hell of a lot. And there's regular donators. So I was trying to have a really nice conversation with the lady that I referred to earlier. She's been sending weekly money to him via that PayPal.
Good.
And she really believes him. And she actually believes we work for the PR. Like, she is mentally ill. She really believes it. Like, it's really sad.
Well, we confirmed it today. That's going to blow up. Get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not even going to realize that we're being sarcastic. They'll edit that part out and there'll be a clip. There'll be a clip. Yeah. They'll even say, well, they even said that Kaylee's going to be the international relations manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this will be a big deal to those idiots.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's actually, somebody said this, it's sad. It is sad because, yet again, he's found people to take advantage of.
But it's not working. $510 is nothing to him.
Nope.
Oh, no, that money.
Asking for $500 Lego castles for his kids without blinking.
Yeah. Why don't they? This is what I couldn't understand. Why wouldn't they sell all the gifts they got? I just can't. They are so greedy. He just banked on people doing it again, hearing Sophie's voice. And remember, people didn't donate because of Michael. They donated to begin with because of Sophie. Now everybody knows who Michael is. It was Michael who ruined Sophie's chances. If he claims this really happened, it was Michael not staying off social media and showing the red flags. If he would just have put out that viral video, never spoke on social media ever again, no one would know any difference.
And that's what we've been saying. Brandy and I were talking about this the other day. We said, hey, Michael, you had people blown over. The wool was over their eyes. But
I was so blown over. I was so blown over. I got into it when the viral video was already a couple of days old. There was already a ridiculous amount of people in the army. And the part I got into it on was he was already on his third stream into the Facebook group. I absolutely believed Sophie from that viral video. And then I went and binge watched his lives, like one after each other, because I had a good couple of few to catch up with. And I was like, oh my God, this isn't right. And that's when I found the Long Hoax. And this was before Kay was even in the Long Hoax. I joined the Long Hoax and there was general discussion and we were having conversations in there and anything could go in there. So we were having normal debates, healthy debates, conversations. And my screenshots got screenshotted out by Tim and I got put on a long list of people. And then all of a sudden I was kicked out of the army and I never even really said anything publicly. All I said was a question. And I said, something's not adding up for me. And that was how early on that I was kicked from that army.
It doesn't take anything though. And I remember that. And I put several warnings out early to people. I'm like, I don't know everybody who's in here. This is a whole new crew to me. And just get ready. Because if you disagree, not so much with Mike, because, Mike kept trying to get back in the group. He was never allowed.
I couldn't believe that when that used to happen. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he was like, I'm all for open discussion. I would love to talk to you. I was like, I don't want to talk to your ass. I know what you're doing.
Right? Oh my God. Can you imagine? Lord.
Like, no, that's Brandy's job. I don't do that shit.
No. And I said no. He's not allowed.
He tried to send me a message once. I might actually have it. And this was whenever, he said, I went off, he was meant to be working things off and he had no army group. Nothing like that. No one was talking about it. And I get a message from Michael and it's a big, massive message. And in that message, he tries to convince me, that what he's claiming about Kelly and everything like that, and he tried to bring up Kelly's past and Kelly's childhood and all this other stuff, that has absolutely no bearings on anything.
No.
He tried to bring up all that type of stuff, and because of my response to him, he read my message and he sent the smallest reply that was really angry reply to me that he's just a father doing what he needs to do for his child. I left his ass on read, and it was the longest, most irrelevant message I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he writes a goddamn encyclopedia. What a father needs to do for his child. You can get a job. You can provide health insurance. You can check on their well-being. You can make sure they have school clothes. Go to parent-teacher conferences. You can, as eclectic as Michael is, I could see him being a great dad if he would do normal things and get help. But now it's too far gone. Because it took us a long time to even get to the point where we found out that he's accused so many other people. It's too far gone. And I don't see him ever being in the working world.
No.
Just Me said, not work. How dare you? Well, why? You're exactly right. Yeah, not work. And that, Kelly had a hard time getting him to go to work. Yeah, and I don't even think the RV is his. I think that's going to be a problem. Yeah.
Okay, so this is Michael admitting to me in message. Do you want me to screenshot you it? So I had issues with Michael, and this is the reason why I said I had issues with him, because he said he would like to have a discussion with me and loads of stuff like that. I said to him, no, because there's I have real concerns because you've made accusations since 2017 that I can see. Michael admits in my messages that, yeah, he did have concerns. So I'm going to screenshot it to the girls so you can vouch. This is what he states. Where's the girls at? 2 seconds. Brandy Brown.
And guys, even if it took months for you to understand that Michael had done all this, that's fine. And there's no contest of, oh, who figured it out first? You know, nobody would ever say that. I mean, you know, as a group and a community, you know, we all have figured it out.
Can you screen share or not? It's okay if you can't, just so people can see, like, this is a genuine, me and Michael had like a debate. So he said to me, based on the narrative that's being spread around, I can understand why you would perceive it that way. We did have concerns in 2017, which we attempted to address in the court during a hearing. However, we were out-lawyered and quickly shut down. Things seemed to calm down for some time after that, and even during the May 2019 investigation reported by my son Jack to his teacher, we had no idea that things had degraded in their primary household. Kelly explained it away. She explained away the January 2020 investigation as well. Meanwhile, 911 calls started coming out their home for DV, but we didn't know until the May hearing, because my message to Michael is...
Hang on, I'm going to get it right now.
Like, I have concerns because I told Michael, I said, I don't believe a word. I'll send you my message to him. It's actually a big, massive message about why I don't believe anything he says. And it's because I heard this CPS call. You said you had no concerns, anything about Kelly. You had no concerns about Jake. In fact, that you liked him. You thought he was a good guy. Kelly, Sophie sticks it from him. Then why the hell are you accusing people from 2017, 2018, 2019? You're a bit chilled at the start of the year. And Kelly had stopped hounding you for the monthly payments of medical stuff because she just gave up. Then all of a sudden you restart back up again. Like, that makes no sense to me.
One second.
And I explained to him I had donated. I wouldn't have donated if I knew about the allegations that had been going on for years against several people. If it was based on Sophie alone and what she said and the fear, I'd 100% be behind you. But it's just too much backstory to this. And then I go in, I'm not going to read out the people's names. I list the people's names of every single person he's accused, which I had 7 names at that point. And I put their full names, their relationships to Kelly. I'm not going to go over that because I've actually been asked not to mention 2 of the people's names that are in there, their full names. And these are the people that Michael made allegations against in 2017. And then after, obviously, Kelly's dad died, really sad. He obviously was accused, still tarnishing his reputation. When somebody dies, I'm really weird about stuff like that. I don't think you should tarnish them. Like, he's innocent. He can't defend himself. He's their grandfather. Like, you better be really careful accusing somebody who isn't here anymore of being a paedophile and being a paedophile towards their grandchildren. Makes me sick.
And the whole story about him being out-lawyered is BS.
Exactly. I was laughing at that.
He had $200,000. He could have had a law firm on retainer for this. This is a custody case. It's a garden variety custody case, but he has made up so many lies.
Sorry, I just seen a part of his message where he literally tried to say it's not his allegations, where he believes it's about believing Sophie. So I'm trying to explain to him, no, if it was based on Sophie alone, but it was actually... So he makes me so mad. This is why I had to stop even replying to him. I said there's so much backstory to this, and if I had heard everything from the last few years, I'd have not even donated and kept scrolling. And that's oh God, he makes me so mad. He didn't give the whole story when he did that viral video. It was edited, snippeted, and it was his side, and that's what he presented.
And look at the way he covers his tracks.
Oh, you got it on the screen. Sorry, I was reading all of them. I was reading.
Oh, no, hon, you're fine.
I was so heated.
He covers these tracks. He says to everyone, oh, these are Sophie's allegations. Oh, I don't have a GoFundMe. My mom does. Oh, that was Mac's wife. I mean, he's like Teflon, nothing sticks. These aren't his allegations. He didn't do anything. He's not collecting money, other people are. Desi
So
said,
if he openly admits that he made allegations against Kelly in 2017, what I can't understand is why is these other people saying no, Michael never, because it's not in his mandamus, it's not in his the deposition. Like Michael didn't make any allegations, it's only against Jake. Like that's what's being said now. No, there's been allegations for years against multiple people. So if Michael's this open to tell me there's been allegations for years, and Michael will tell you why he has allegations. Like he'll give you a full context of why. That he's obviously telling this to Annie, he's obviously told this to Gloria, he's told this to anybody who will listen. He accused the first person, Kelly's first boyfriend, over the cookie allegation.
yeah, but when that attorney, when he was on his show for like all night long,
I couldn't watch it all.
He asked him that question. I did see that clip. And again, Michael just can't answer a question. He can't say, yes, I have accused other people. Or the way Michael would say it. Well, I didn't accuse, but Sophie did. But instead, it turns into what should be a 2-second answer into like a 28-minute story. And by the time he's done, everyone that's new forgot the damn question.
And I think he knew speaking to me was pointless because I'll send you the screenshot. I told him I would never have him on my channel. Like I made it perfectly clear to him. I would never have you on my channel. And I actually said, if you are going to go on a channel, like go on to somebody's that is fair. It's not on either side. Like if you really want to answer the public's questions that people have for you, stop going on to Will, stop going on to Annie's. Like go on a channel where somebody is not going to cherry pick questions and they're going to allow the audience in the chat to ask the questions. If those questions keep getting repeated in the live chat, people want answers to them. They don't want to hear about what you're blooming doing with sand and rocks. They have questions about stuff.
And give him a timer. Make it like a game show. You've got 1 minute to answer. You've got 1 minute to answer. This is Final Jeopardy, Michael. You got 1 minute. You're not going to carry on for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know the
And I
answer.
know that I wouldn't even be able to ask questions like that. That's pure the reason as well, because if he does go onto somebody's channel that is impartial, okay, that isn't on either side, and they have everybody submits their questions, okay, or does vote on the most popular questions and stuff like that to make it completely fair for Michael. The biggest question that is going to come up is how many people has been accused? When did they get accused? Like, how long has this been going on for? Are you saying Kelly's a child trafficker? Like, those are the questions that are going to be asked. Like, I can't with him because he won't do it. He would literally end up just going silent and getting off the panel.
Yeah, I would ask him, are you jealous of Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Are you jealous? Yeah, where's the money? Where's the money?
Angel's comment has just killed me. Where's the money one? That is a good question. Where's the money?
But he would never do that. He would never. That's why he's got to find a new crowd, and he knows that he knows that Captain Morgan will spew his narrative.
Yeah. And look how he's trying to convince me in that message. Well, yeah, we did have concerns in 2017. Like, you don't go and say, oh, this. So don't go and say, Pua Ernest, Mum's new fiance. And when I say new, because he scared him away by accusing him, and he has kids and a reputation, and he got scared by Michael, couldn't cope with it. Then Kelly eventually meets a new man in her life. They're getting on great. Things are going well. They get engaged. What does Michael do again? Engagement happens, and Michael accuses him of SA. Like, it's crazy how the pattern of behavior is.
It is, but he can answer these questions. He won't, because the truth is going to make
this is why I think different. I think he will answer the questions. I honestly believe if Will turned around and said to him on the panel, can you explain to me why you accused Kelly's granddad? Michael is so delusional, and he believes that he can constantly put the blame on Sophie, okay, and things like that. And just, it was strange. It was so strange. So that's what we thought. Like, he would answer it because he answered my questions that I had, but I'm not showing those screenshots because I didn't like the disgusting reasons as to why he believed that all these people are abusers. There was absolutely no evidence in it, and he admits there's no evidence. He just claims it was because of these circumstances.
So between the foreman in the hotel, Jake, the uncle, the grandpa, I think I'm missing someone. No one's in jail. Not a soul.
No.
Not even the secret jail that he was talking about.
No.
The secret jail blew my damn mind. I was like, the secret jail.
Oh my God, that I couldn't believe it when that happened. I was like, what the hell?
And they bought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh yeah. Well, we can't see a mugshot and we can't pull it up because it's a secret jail. And I'm like, nope. If Tim McVeigh wasn't in a secret jail, Kelly and Jake certainly the hell are not. You've got to be kidding me.
I think Blair and the other people that are having him on the panel, the reason why now. So when you see Michael, okay, he got in that man's car and he did that interview. It was him that brought up, oh, this has been going on a long time. If the people on the panel who have him on, okay, didn't have they clearly have a bit of common sense because they know not to let Michael ramble on any old crap that he wants to ramble on, because they know that everybody in the live chat will be like, this isn't adding up. They only make Michael answer questions about now and Sophie's allegations and the same exam and who's she accusing. She's accusing Jake. They keep it strictly to that. But they have never once, ever asked questions about the allegations from the past. And that's what's so annoying, because that's obviously what all of us are looking like. We've seen a pattern of behavior. He accuses everybody of the same thing. He turns innocent moments into sinister ones. He thinks everything's, and I think this is to do with his mental health as well. Normal situations, he turns into something creepy or like it's dirty.
Sexual.
Yes. Yeah, he does everything.
When he was talking to that attorney, and like I said, the guy was trying to, he was trying to absorb everything he was telling him, trying to advise him. And when he tells him the story about Sophie and the white skirt and all this stuff, I'm like, oh, come on, man. You're really reaching. And the truth, I don't even want to get into that.
He is mentally ill. Like, he gets it. It's like he will sit there and cook up and these things in his head. He will see stuff and think, seeing the kids hyper on the phone, jumping around, being kids, okay? I've re-looked at that video, kids being kids. And he turns it into licking salt rocks, which is absolutely what they did, because that's where they went on a farm with salt rocks. What kids, if you go to a cave and inside the cave it's one of those salt walls, everybody who visits, they all go and lick the wall. Like, he turns things into, oh, the kids lick salt rocks, so they must be licking crack and drugs and coke. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And what no one's talking about is that alligator. He made the police go out to where they was. He made them do a welfare check.
He's wasted so much of the police's time. He has wasted so much of the police's time, the public's time, people's money, the courts. He doesn't care. Everyone's at his service until he gets his way.
I don't know about his first section. See, I was told stuff because that's what was put out. I don't know who put it out, but that's what I was told, that his mum like facilitated it. Like, it was really strange. Also, what no one they keep bringing up that Kelly was a victim of SA and assault as a child, but also so was Michael. Michael was sexually abused for many years by a family member. He wasn't believed. He made outcries. He actually point blank told his parents in the family who was abusing him, and he wasn't believed. That is from Michael and Jeannie and John. Like, that's acknowledged. They believe they made a massive mistake and all this other stuff. It's just very weird. I don't know. I think he's suffering with mental health problems and he's projecting it onto Sophie.
Oh, someone made a massive mistake, and his parents should not facilitate this. They should not sit there and go on and on and on and on with him and believe these grandiose ideas he has. Everything from Reiki Master to selling rocks to all that, to entertaining these stories of all of these grown men SAing his little girl. They should not. That's nuts, especially when there is no medical evidence. None. I just got this. It says Jamie Graham was still his attorney at the time, and he absolutely has a copy. That might top the charts of the most absurd things he has said. Furthermore, why does he need a copy of his own deposition? I'm surprised he wouldn't want it with the way he behaved during questioning. He wouldn't even admit we were legally married.
Wow.
Yeah. Think about that, ladies. And remember that it was back and forth and hoax for a long time. Are they even really married? Because Michael wouldn't confirm it. Can't even confirm he's married. Probably told Courtney to keep her last name. Probably said continue to use your maiden name. Yeah, that's nuts. And that's from Courtney. Well, guys, I'm going to start winding this down. We didn't mean to keep you guys for 2 hours, but it's been fun.
Oh, yeah, I need to get a roast started. Oh, my God.
I think we got a lot sorted out at our weekly meeting. So we're going to make that post in Hoax, and we'll start voting on different positions for the company. That'll be fun.
So
I think so. I can't wait to see how it goes.
honestly, I was on the phone last night when Courtney, because they've been asking Mike for his deposition. They've been going, Mike, can we have yours now? We're getting backlash. We're only reading Kelly's. Can we have your deposition? Mike's like, no, Courtney took it. I can't give you it. Courtney's got it. He has his own copy. Courtney does have a copy because she's using it in her own custody situation with Michael, because he was that a lunatic in it. Like, that's why he won't give it out. But what made me laugh was the bottom part. I'm surprised he would want it. Like, I literally cracked up. But I need to, I'm going to quickly screenshot. I'm just about to, I'll screenshot you it for you to post. And then every single time I get off a live stream, I go and do something around the house and I never get back to doing what I'm going to do. I'm just going to quickly screenshot you the message about Michael's mum, Jeannie. If you want to post that in the long hoax or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because maybe Courtney, like, one thing, like, Courtney has been getting tagged in posts and she does answer. It obviously, Jeannie has been going to the court, so I think that's something to be, like, definitely talked about, and the fact that she's now being posted she's now being posted with sticking up for Michael and stuff like that. I don't know. I find it weird.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I will literally do that for you now because I've actually got it because I sent it to a couple of other people.
Yeah, and then
I'll
we'll
give
put it
you-
in hoax. I'm gonna put. Can I put the other ones in hoax too?
Yeah, no, oh yeah, you can put them in there.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope everyone has a great afternoon. Look for the new posts coming up in hoax, and like I said, we'll vote on office spaces. I know some people have been asking about parking and things like that. Kane, she needs covered parking. Her truck has to fit. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of stuff to do. So we're probably going to go live tomorrow about summer wells. And as always, thanks everybody for always chiming in. The comments were killing me today. I had to mute myself several times because I was about to die laughing.
Yes, we had a good time today. I enjoyed it.
Me too. All right, guys. Hey, thanks as always. Always, always. Have a great day.